good. Wanna try virtual reality?
Sure. Wow. Fruity Pebbles Land. A Fruitosaurus. Huh?
Virtually fruity.
Barney, try Pebbles.
Reality gets you in the end.
Post Fruity Pebbles cereal, part of this complete breakfast.
Sega has joined forces with Fruity Pebbles. Cool! Now you can find a rebate offer good for $5 back on any of these Sega Game Gear games. On Fruity Pebbles or these other Post cereals.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Video Games and Tea for Monday, July 31st, 2017. I'm Justin. I got my tea. My dog's running around. He's hanging out. He says, I need to sleep in the bed. I don't want to sleep in my crappy cot that you made for me over there, Dad. That's not what I want. I want to sleep in the luxurious bed during the entire day. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. I am dragging it. I don't know if you can see it in my eyes, but I'm dragging ass today for Monday. This is truly a Monday. You know, there's that the movie Office Space where I think it's Office Space. Yeah, it's Office Space, and they go to that restaurant across the street that Jennifer Aniston works at, and that one lady is, well, it's the guy that says it too, but I think it's the lady as well. It's like the recurring case of, ooh, looks like somebody's got a case of the Mondays, and you want to punch them in their face when somebody says that they have a case of the Mondays. But that's what I have today. I have a case of the Mondays today, so I apologize. This probably won't be the most energetic and upbeat Video Games and Tea. Sorry, I gotta get comfortable, and this chair is so loud. Yes, Mac is enjoying his final days as a single man, basically. That's what Mac's enjoying right now. I'm good, Dead, by the way. Thanks for stopping by in the chat, hanging out. By the way, I've got something really disgusting in my tea. I don't know if you guys can see it. It looks like you probably can't see that. I don't want to pour the tea everywhere, but it looks like part of the tea thing, like ew, look at that. Can you see that? That's disgusting. That looks so nasty. That looks like some kind of alien substance or something. It looks like that's what's gonna grow out of my body if I was to eat that or drink that. That like all of a sudden I would just sprout some alien, and it would just, it was like a chest burster out of like the Aliens films, and just comes at you, and that would be the end of Video Games and Tea as we know it. It would cease to exist at that point in time if I had a chest burster alien that came from my tea and it killed me, which would be really weird. I already canceled Monday. Yeah, Monday should be canceled today. I stayed up. I didn't mean to stay up late, but Game of Thrones came on last night, and holy crap, I'm not going to get into Game of Thrones because if you want to check out our thoughts on Game of Thrones, you can watch me and my mom talk about it live on Facebook. It is just Rantpocalypse. Go search Rantpocalypse on Facebook. But yeah, it was an amazing episode, and I guess I couldn't sleep after it, so I picked up my Zelda, Breath of the Wild, playing Breath of the Wild, and I was like, I gotta go to bed. It's 11 o'clock. I gotta get some sleep. I'm trying to get on a new sleep pattern where I don't stay up as late and I get up earlier, so that way I can come and do Video Games and Tea a little bit earlier. But anyways, my dog in the middle of the night hacked up what I thought he was hacking up a lung. It was really loud, but I guess he's just had a fur ball or something, but it was disgusting. And I thought that he vomited all in our bed, so I'm waking up and I'm like, what's going on? And it was nothing. It was a false alarm. He didn't do anything, but after that I couldn't go to sleep. So then I just I tooled around on social media for the next hour and a half before I could fall back to sleep. So today I'm a little tired, so we'll all be tired together. Dad, you're way past being tired because you're getting closer to bedtime over there than we are here in the States. So yeah, it was pretty disgusting. But yeah, he is enjoying his final days as a single man. We are getting a new dog here pretty soon. And the new dog looks like this, in case anybody's curious. The dog is super cute. I gotta find the photos. Yeah, here's the dog. Look at this. Look at that dog. That dog is so cute. Cutest dog next to Mac. Let's see if, oh yeah, there we go. There's the second picture. Yeah, super cute dog. Don't know about the name yet. I'm not sure on the name. So, all right, I've got a jam-packed show to bring to you guys. Try to get right into it, so that way we can get through it, and then I can go stream some games, which I think should be a little bit fun today. Yeah, that dog is super cute, super adorable dog. One of the most adorable dogs I've seen in a long time, that's for sure. So on the docket today for Video Games and Tea, episode 17, we're going to be taking a look at the Wolfenstein 2 Milkshake trailer. We're going to watch that together, discuss it afterwards. I'm excited for that game. I have not played Wolfenstein The New Order all the way through. I honestly only played that first opening portion of the game, and it turned me off from the game. Unfortunately for me, it turned me off from the game because apparently after that moment, the game opened up and went on to become like one of the best first-person shooters of all time, apparently. The game has extremely high scores, high reviews, lots of people love it, and I missed out on it. I'm going to rectify that situation before Wolfenstein 2 comes out. I've got it on my PlayStation, and I'm ready to play it at some point down the road. I'm going to play it before, obviously, Wolfenstein 2 comes out, which comes out October 27th, I believe, unless they move that date. That date is jam-packed. Assassin's Creed 2 comes out that same day. Super Mario Odyssey comes out that same day. And I believe another game just announced that it was releasing on October 27th as well. So that day is going to be insane. It's going to crush our wallets. We're not going to be able to afford getting all of those games unless we're super rich. And in case, you know, somebody wants to be super nice and lend them to these broke-ass, old-ass casuals, that would be really cool of you. But I am excited for this game. Everything that I've seen thus far, it looks like an extremely well-polished game. Bethesda, I think they are a fantastic studio, and I love the whole idea of, you know, the revisionist history aspect of it, with the Nazis winning the war and controlling everything. I'm a big fan of The Man in the High Castle. I think that is an excellent show that's on Amazon Prime, and I love that. I love alternate realities, alternate versions of history. I think that those are some of the most fun concepts in books, television shows, video games, or movies. I really enjoy that, like kind of seeing what could have happened. I think Marvel used to do a line of comic books. I think it was Marvel, where it was like, what if? And it was like, what if the Hulk killed Wolverine? Or what if the Hulk was a villain? And I used to love those. I thought those were so fantastic. And that's what I love about Wolfenstein 2, and that's what I love about The Man in the High Castle, is that revisionist history, which I think is really cool. So we're going to get into that. And then topic number 2 is GTA 6 coming sooner than we thought. I don't know. We'll get into that leak that came out. And what I really want to discuss is kind of what do we want out of GTA 6? Not so much as like the leak that came out, but what do we want out of that game? Where do we want to go? That type of stuff. And then number 3 topic is the PlayStation Plus price increase that's going into effect at the end of August. Is the PlayStation Plus worth it at this point? We're going to discuss that. And topic number 4 is random game news. So I got my tea, and I'm ready to get into the news. I am ready to get into Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, Strawberry Milkshake trailer. I love the name of this trailer, and I cannot wait to see the shenanigans that they pull off in this trailer. So I say let's get right into it. Let me turn the desktop audio back on, so that way it's going to come through to you guys as well. So let's get into it. Now I'm going to take some notes during this trailer, you know, so that way I've got some bullet points to talk about afterwards. But I think it's just going to just be a really amazing game. Yeah, so I'm very excited for it. So let's get into this trailer. Oh my god. I love it when it just blows their heads off. And the music. The music for all these trailers are fantastic. And I love the setting. It's a fantastic setting.
Was hast du heute gelernt, Peter?
I don't know. Stuff?
Practice your German, dear.
Hold
You
your
need
horses.
it. Was denn für Sachen?
Das der Führer ist
Oh,
ein
hello
großer
there, sir.
Autor
Please.
and Maler.
Have a seat at the counter. Be right with you.
Sehr good.
Ma'am, what'll it be?
I want the chill.
We're about to close,
Oh,
unfortunately.
it's to go. We'll be quick. Let's see. I'll
I mean,
have
what
the-
gun is that this dude has?
Speshy knows you're coming to attack the Overcommando, but he has no idea you bringing a damn atom bomb.
Oh my
You
god.
gotta break him the news.
Hello?
Come on, Peter. Let's go someplace else.
But Mom, we
No
haven't even...
buts.
Oh! Bitte schön.
Danke.
Good day, ma'am.
This is not going to end well, guys. You see Blazkowicz
Strawberry milkshake.
wanted
please.
back there in the back, the poster.
Oh, I hope you don't have a fire back there to put out. If so, I'll come back another time.
I'm sure the fire can wait, Commandant. One strawberry milkshake coming right up.
Fireman, I recognize your face. Very Aryan face it is too. Are you at a station 1?
There you go, Commandant.
Oh, vielen Dank. Now you. Show me your identification papers. Please.
I love this because it feels like every other scene out of a movie where the Nazis come up upon somebody and they're like, identification papers.
I love strawberry milkshake. It's perhaps my favorite American thing. So simple. It's just milk and ice cream. The rest of the menu, however, I think you will need to address. I think it needs to be more German. Yes? Tell me, are you from here, John Smith? Huh?
John Smith, always the
I
John
read here
Smith.
that you operate out of Station 6. What is the location of Station 6? I'm unfamiliar with this station. Speak up.
Kommandant, Sie werden vom Oberkommando verlangt.
War das nicht Zeit? Trink grad noch meine Erdbeermilch.
Leider nicht, Kommandant. Das Oberkommando verlangt, Sie umgehend zu sehen.
In Ordnung, ich komme schon.
Such an intense scene over a strawberry milkshake. Oh shit.
Oh my God, das ist
Oh man. That was intense. Is it gonna have... Oh, I thought it might have something else. No, just sweet kick-ass music. Just sweet kick-ass music at the end. Absolutely loved that trailer. I thought that was fantastic. Again, the tone that this game is setting for us, I think, is amazing. And having not played Wolfenstein: The New Order, I feel like I can't properly speak to how excited I am for the game, because I really need to go back and play The New Order, because I feel like I need to immerse myself in that world. I like with the Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. I feel like you could just step into this game and be fine. Like, I don't feel like it's a must that you play the New Order, but I think for me, I want to go back and experience that narrative, that story that they told to us, Bethesda did with the New Order. But I think everything that they're doing with this game, it looks like it's going to be so much fun. It looks like the Nazi characters are obviously extremely over the top, and it looks like it's just going to be about sometimes I feel like maybe it's not as serious as that setting could be, because obviously if Nazi Germany took over the world and was as cruel as we all read about, then it could be this really bleak and dreary game. But it looks like it's bringing more humor to it than you would think, and I think that's just the character itself as well. I think it's Blazkowicz. I think that's his name. So I'm excited. I can't wait to check this game out. I think that was a really cool trailer. I can't wait to come up upon this scene in the game because it looks like they literally just took that from the game, which is really cool to think of because most of the time you see trailers, they want to show you little snippets of the game and they don't just kind of let a scene play out in front of you for a trailer because sometimes those scenes are not the most exciting. Like there wasn't any crazy action going on in that scene, but just the way that soldier was talking to Joe, because it was Joe's diner, so I'm assuming that was Joe. The way that he was speaking with him, the fact that that family just walked out immediately as soon as that soldier came in, and we see our main character Blazkowicz. I'm gonna hate it if I'm just butchering his name, but I think it's B.J. Blazkowicz is what I thought. But we see, just from the first person perspective and him interacting with that soldier, I thought was so great. I don't know. I can't wait to check this game out. It is going to be a crowded October, but I think that this is one that's going to be high up on a lot of people's lists. So can't wait to check it out. Hey, what's going on, Strike Force? Hope you're doing fantastic this morning. We are just getting into Video Games and Tea, which is our morning talk show about video games while we drink tea. So, all right. So moving on to the next story. And I'm not going to lie, you guys, I think my dog, literally, he just farted, and it smells so bad. It is like the stinkiest fart of all time. So, it is really rough. It is disgusting right now in here in my room. Oh my God, that was so bad, Mac. That was the nastiest, that was the nastiest gas you've ever passed. Woo, dear God. That's the fun times you have whenever you have a dog. Ooh, man, that is stinky. All right, yeah. Speaking of GTA 6 Strike, that's what we're gonna talk about next. So apparently there was a leak last week. GTA 6. Everybody was talking about it. There was an actor. I believe he was like a motion capture actor or a stunt actor basically. And yeah, he was a mocap / stuntman actor. His name is Tim Neff. And he had GTA 6 and Red Dead Redemption 2 on his resume. It just suddenly popped up on his resume and people went nuts saying, oh my God, does this mean GTA 6 is coming sooner than we thought? The funny thing about this is, who looks for this? This is insane to me. Like, who pointed this out? I don't know if I ever figured out. It said the resume was spotted on NeoGAF, and the people on NeoGAF, dear Lord, what did they do? How did they comb the internet this well? It's insane that they can do this. Take it easy. Good luck at the doctor. Let me know how it goes. But it's insane to me that somebody found this. And for me, having worked in the film industry, it was just obviously different than the gaming industry, but it's very similar in the sense that the game industry has their version of IMDb. If you're looking for, man, who is that actor, who is that actress in that movie that I was just watching, and you go to IMDb and you look it up. That's how I typically do it, and I search for that film title, and it shows me the full cast, it shows me the directors, it shows me people that worked on the costumes, the location scouts, all that kind of stuff. Well, having worked in the film industry, a lot of times the actual film company that is financing that film, they have to go on there and add the actors and actresses and the equipment people that worked on that film. They have to physically go in there and add them themselves. But if you pay a certain amount of money, the actor or actress, they can go add themselves to whatever film that they're acting in. So like, say if they're just an extra, and they want to make sure that, because a lot of extras, they're extras for a reason. Like, they're trying to get better and better. Hey, what's going on, board? How are you doing today? That was weird. I got some weird sound effect that came in whenever you joined and said morning. I've never heard that before. But yeah, good morning, board. Hopefully it won't bore you too much with video games and tea. It's our morning video game news discussion. But anyway, so so yeah, like the extras, they can add themselves to the film, because a lot of times they're trying to build up their resume, so that way whenever they try to go get additional gigs, if they try to get gigs where they actually have speaking roles, and they say, well, oh, I was an extra in this and this movie, and a lot of times the film companies themselves, they don't add the extras into the movie. They don't put the extras there, because it's just like, you want to make sure that you've got your main stars in that movie on IMDb, and that's really it. And then they just let the extras add themselves, but you have to pay a certain amount of money in order to be an extra and add yourself into the film. And obviously, if that person's not in the film, then the company that produced that film will take you off. Yeah, that was so weird, Board. I don't know what that was. It was like this weird swoosh thing whenever you talked about it, or whenever you came in. That was really weird. So anyways, I don't know the credibility to this story, and it actually came out that there was an update that the Tim Neff, the actor that was involved with this whole leak, the fact that him having this on his resume, a lot of people took it and ran with this and said that's concrete proof that GTA 6 is coming. The story has been updated, and the actor and his representative, his agent, came out and said that that isn't my page, account, or resume. I don't even know that website. I worked on GTA 5 a long time ago and haven't done anything since. So this story kind of got killed before it even got rolling, with the fact that this actor came out and said, no, I'm not a part of GTA 6. I don't know anything about this. But for me, this game is still coming. Come on. They've made billions of dollars off of GTA 5. That game came out in 2012 or 2013. I can't remember, because I know it got ported over to the PS4 and the Xbox One shortly after its original release on the 360 and the PS3. And we know it's coming. And I think, obviously, it's smart that Rockstar, they're going to have one part of their studio working on Red Dead Redemption 2, and they're going to have one part of their studio working on the next GTA iteration, GTA 6. The interesting thing about this is what I wanted to show with you guys, because I played GTA 5. I really enjoyed the story. It's really all I played. I haven't picked up on the online or anything like that. I just don't really get into GTA's online multiplayer, which I kind of wish that I would. I've heard it's really good, and I love the whole idea of GTA 5 role-playing people that do it on, they stream it on Twitch or YouTube, where they get into a character and like they're a police officer, or they're I don't know, just a criminal or something like that, or maybe a vigilante type or something like that, trying to stop the criminals but not actually a part of law enforcement. I think that's amazing. So no, he got trolled. I didn't believe GTA 6 was coming out. Well, I think it's still coming, obviously. They make too much money off of GTA 6 for them not to bring it out. And yeah, they've been dropping some online DLC for sure. The multiplayer, they haven't came out with any story DLC, which is really weird for a GTA game. The fact that GTA 5 hasn't got really anything. GTA 4 got a lot of stuff. GTA 3, obviously, Liberty City, Vice City, all of those always got like some kind of story DLC. And to my knowledge, there hasn't been anything out, because I beat the story with Michael, Trevor, and Franklin, and I haven't seen anything else come out of that afterwards. It's all been focused towards their online DLC, which is very smart, because they're making a killing off of that. I mean, they're still making so much money. The game is still in like the top 10 best-selling games every month, 4 years after the game released. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about, Strike. I heard that Strike says, I heard they were maybe doing GTA 6 in London, but that's just rumors. So, spoiler alert, if you never played GTA 5, you didn't beat it or anything, but there's 3 different endings that I'm aware of. And the ending that I got was basically Michael, Trevor, and Franklin, they rode off into the sunset, and they basically were like, we can get back to doing what we do best. And I think it would be interesting to see a sequel with these core characters. I thought that they worked so well together. Obviously, my favorite character was Trevor. I mean, he was insane. He was the most batshit crazy character that we've seen in a video game, and maybe ever. But I loved his character, and I would like to see something from them a little bit later. It's coming out. I agree. They are still milking that cow. Yeah, I think the game could potentially come out in 2019 or 2020, because you think that, they've already moved Red Dead Redemption 2 back to 2018. So we know that that's going to be their main focus in 2018, main focus in probably 2019, because Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to have online multiplayer. But I think 2020 looks like the perfect date. And I've honestly heard a lot of rumors that it's going to be a PS5 exclusive, because there's this long-standing agreement between Rockstar and PlayStation where Rockstar had owed PlayStation an exclusive game. I don't think that they would ever do a GTA exclusive, though, so I don't really see that happening. But I do feel like it may be one of those things where it's a PS4 game and an Xbox One / Xbox One X game that comes out for like a year, and then all of a sudden its port comes over to the PS5 and whatever Xbox comes out with next, the Xbox One 2. I don't know, their stupid naming conventions, like, I hate it. Similar to how it was for the PS3 and the Xbox 360, where it came out, but those systems had came out basically right after Grand Theft Auto 5 had released, and so they got ported over. And the majority of people, like, they upgraded. They were like, hey, I just got a PS4. Hell yeah, I'm gonna repurchase Grand Theft Auto 5. I did. I had it for the 360, got a PS4, and then I purchased it again for my PS4. So, you got the ending where I had a choice to kill Trevor or Michael, but I chose neither. Yeah, no, I mean that's I don't know. There's 3 endings, and the second ending 2, is basically Trev got killed by Michael and Franklin, and ending 3 is Michael gets killed by Franklin. And that one was the roughest ending. That was intense and super sad, in my opinion, because, Michael's the only one of the 3 that's like, he's a family man. Yeah, is he a douche? Sure. But he's a family man, and he had, set everything straight with his family by the end of the game. And then all of a sudden, his protege is there to take him out, which is, it was intense. I'm glad I didn't get that ending. I got the ending where everybody lives, which is really good. Hey, what's going on, Andrew? How you doing today? Hopefully fantastic. But I really just wanted to put this news out there because I thought it was interesting. GTA 6, they're talking about, the fact that it's in development. Of course it is. There's no doubt about it. And honestly, this is where I want to go. This is what I used on my thumbnail for the YouTube live streaming. This is either, I don't know if, obviously if this is Tokyo, that's what I would think, or maybe Hong Kong. I can't tell. I don't read Japanese characters or Chinese characters. It's Chinese characters Mandarin, I believe, right? We're just talking about GTA 6, the leak that came out last week and then was debunked. For me, it's called Xbox One X equals Xbox last time, because it's the last time I'm going to buy an Xbox. That's a good one, and I'm probably there with you at this point. I don't know if I'm going to purchase another Xbox. I may just move to PC and PlayStation gaming from here on out. But then again, it can all change in one console. I was an Xbox 360 mega fan, but before that I was a PS2 person. And before that I was PlayStation. So I've been PS1, PS2, and then 360, and then PS4 heavy. I own an Xbox One. It rarely ever gets played, unfortunately. I'm with you. I've been extremely disappointed in Xbox as well. Yeah, I could see that too, Edmund. The fact that it's coming out in 2021, I could totally see that. It's going to be 2020 or 2021. It's not going to be 2019, because Red Dead Redemption is going to have online multiplayer. That's going to be a big focal point for them to make sure that they're coming out with more content similar to how they did with GTA 5. And think about it. If GTA 5, I can't speak, GTA 5 is still doing that well with their online component, Red Dead Redemption is going to do just maybe not as well, because it's not as beloved as Grand Theft Auto. It's right there. It's very close, but it's going to do extremely well with sales and everything. So, but I am with you, Board. The Xbox has been disappointing me quite a bit this console generation, but they may turn it all around. You know, Sony really screwed it up with PS3. They botched that launch just like Xbox did with their Xbox One. So you never know. You think that, oh well, they learned from their mistakes and PlayStation won't do that again with PlayStation 5 or whatever it is. But the PS4 Pro, even though I own one, and I don't ultimately understand why it's that much better. I do think that some of the games, the frame rates are better. You get a little bit, obviously, of a graphic upgrade, but they didn't do a very good job of selling people on the PS4 Pro. That's for sure. So, and Strike, you said, yeah, you had a 360, yeah, and you swapped out the Xbox 360 because of Xbox Live. Yeah, Xbox Live is still great. I hate the interface on the Xbox system though. That is not my favorite. That's for sure. On the current Xbox One, the navigation of their whole UI, I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm not a big fan of PlayStation's either. There's certain parts of each that I'm not a huge fan of. So, and yeah, Sony is killing Xbox One with the exclusives. There's no doubt about that. The timed exclusive with Tomb Raider didn't really work all that well for them. They thought that was going to be just a huge coup for them to have Rise of the Tomb Raider as a timed exclusive, but it just really wasn't. It wasn't a system seller, and PlayStation, of course, was coming out with Uncharted 4 shortly after that, and most people were like, "I'm going to get the better version." Of that adventure style game with Uncharted, and I'm gonna go with the PS4. If you had both systems, cool, you could get Rise of the Tomb Raider up front for the Xbox One. But honestly, it might have been a better deal to wait, because whenever it eventually did come out for the PS4, it came out cheaper, and it came out with the collector's edition or the ultimate edition with all the DLC and everything. So I honestly don't know if that worked out for them all that well. So. But I agree with all you guys. I think GTA 6, 2020, 2021, somewhere around that time frame, it's coming. I would love to see Michael, Trevor, and Franklin back again and taking it on a road show. I would love to see them in another country. Japan, I think, would be my preferred choice. I think that would be fantastic. I would looked up like all the different locations. We've had Liberty City, Vice City, San Andreas, and then there was like the Chinatown Wars. See, I feel like China, like with Hong Kong or Shanghai or Tokyo and Japan, I feel like those would be awesome settings for a GTA 6 game. And I feel like it would be fantastic if they brought back these characters that we were introduced to in Grand Theft Auto 5, and they had to deal with the crime syndicate in this other country. I think that would be awesome. That's just me. I don't know if that's the best way to go, or if it's just that's the end of Michael, Trevor, and Franklin's story, and then we move on to a whole new cast of characters like they've typically done with the Grand Theft Auto games. But a part of me wants to continue the story with those characters because I really enjoyed them. GTA Vice City, amazing game. For me, I've only played Vice City, GTA 3, 4, and 5. So that's the main ones I've played. I never played the Chinatown Wars. I never played Liberty City really all that much. And GTA 4, I never beat. I was really bad with 4, where I just played all the side missions and I never focused on the main story, and I was just running around everywhere. So with 5, I made sure, I was like, I am finishing this campaign. I'm gonna get through it. I'll do all the other stuff later, which kind of sucks. Like, I feel like you should kind of mix it up where you're doing a little bit of everything. And I just didn't do that with 5. Like, I played the main story, and then once I beat the main story, I was done with 5. Like, I had never picked it up again. So, I don't know, Andrew. I mean, like, you could see him again, but maybe you're probably right that you might not see them again. I think it's very likely that they're going to just scrap them and go with a whole new cast of characters. But a part of me wants to see something with them. I don't know why, again, they haven't made any DLC for the game. I felt like that was perfect to do. But then again, the way that they left the story off at the end of GTA 5 didn't really lend itself all that well to a DLC with all 3 characters in it. Maybe they could have focused on one of the other characters that you meet within the Grand Theft Auto 5 story. Not really sure. So the controller for the PS4 is definitely different. You know, when you look at them side by side. And I will say this, the Xbox still has the superior controller. I love my Xbox controller. So, I mean, you look at them right here if I can get them like a side-by-side comparison. I mean, it's not much bigger, the Xbox One controller, but and I think that's also because this controller has gotten smaller over time. You know, the Xbox One controller has gotten smaller, where the PS4 controller, the PlayStation controller itself has stayed relatively the same size for quite some time now. But I mean, the Xbox controller is great. They just need to make better games for it. I wish they would make better games for it. Yeah, Bully 2, that would be fantastic. Yeah, I'm with you, Edmund. I want them to use the same character again. I think that's great. We may get that for Red Dead Redemption 2. No spoilers. If anybody's already beat Red Dead Redemption, that's one of those games where I've got to go back and beat before the sequel comes back. But it's John Marston, I think is his name in Red Dead Redemption 1. And we still don't know. Maybe he's back for Red Dead Redemption 2. Not having beaten the game, I have no clue if he dies at the end or anything like that. I'm not going to look at the screen if you have spoilers. So Stephen Ogg signed with The Walking Dead a new contract. I'm all about that. I'm all about Stephen Ogg keeping in The Walking Dead. I want him to be there for a long time. I think he's a fantastic character on The Walking Dead. I don't think that they utilize him enough on The Walking Dead. That's my perspective from that. So, Board, I don't know if you're asking me about what I don't like in the feel. I like both controllers, if that's what you're asking me, as far as the controllers. I enjoy both. I think what I like most about the Xbox controllers are the analog sticks. The way that the feedback for the analog sticks, they're not as loose as the PlayStation. Like they've gotten better with the responsiveness of the PlayStation controllers. Like these are much better, but obviously this is a newer controller too. But I feel like they wear out faster. And I mean, I can show you my PlayStation controller. This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen on the Xbox. So like if you can't really see it, but like the analog sticks have basically worn themselves out, which really stinks. It's so annoying. So I need to go back and play Red Dead. I need to go back really badly. That game was so much fun when I played it. And again, it was one of those where I just went around and did a little bit of anything and everything. I never really focused on the actual campaign, and that was a mistake for me because I get ADD with new games coming out, and a new shiny game comes out, and I'm like, oh, well, I can just put this one down even though I haven't beaten it. I'm trying to get better about that. I'm trying to go back and beat all the games that I buy. Yeah, it just gets worn out with the PlayStation controllers, and it doesn't as much with the Xbox. I will say that. That is one thing. I rarely have to buy a new controller for an Xbox console, but PlayStation controllers, I've gone through quite a few just for the PS4. Maybe I play my games too rough. I'm not really sure. So, but yeah, GTA 6, I want to discuss that with you guys. I think it's really interesting that it's coming out. I do think that the setting, I would love to see it somewhere outside of the United States. I would really enjoy that. We really haven't gotten a proper GTA game outside of the US, other than I think Chinatown Wars, but I feel like that was for the Game Boy Advance, and obviously it didn't have nearly as badass graphics, as the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 versions and the PS4 and Xbox One. So I would really love a proper GTA game that takes us outside of the US. I would love it if it was in Japan or China. I think that would be fantastic. Yeah, Outlast, we got to play Outlast 1 first before we move on to Outlast 2, but I know that game's going to be scary as hell. Okay, so moving on into some other news. I want to get you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. The PlayStation Plus just got a price increase, and I know quite a few of you guys are outside of the United States. So here in the US, if I want to go on the PlayStation Store and pick up a PS Plus 12-month membership, it's going to cost me $59.95 US dollars. So it's getting an increase in the EU and what? I think it's the UK, European Union, and Australia. So that's the three places that it's getting a price increase, and it's going up considerably. So this one is in, I think, in Australia. So in Australia, it's going up from $69.95 to $79.95 per year, which is a pretty significant price change. I mean, I know that's $10. What I loved, somebody had like a complete breakdown, which I thought was fantastic. I think it's Polygon. Polygon has a breakdown for it. But so I had no clue what the exchange rate was, so I went and looked. So basically, one Australian dollar equals 80 cents here in the United States. So if you just do $79.95, that's $63.69 for the US dollar. So it's a little bit more expensive than a PS Plus membership is here in the United States, where PlayStation pretty much has, that's the largest install base, that's the largest amount of people that own a PlayStation 4 console is here in the US. So about $4 more. The price increase, I'm not really sure. I think, honestly, the price increase was the fact that, so we looked at, we just saw, this is in Australia, that it was $69.95 previously. So $69.95, it was $55.72. I don't know why they did this. So they basically said, hey, Australia, you're actually less, if you look at the exchange rate, than the US price of a PlayStation Plus membership. We're going to increase you guys. I don't know why they didn't increase it to the exact same amount. That's what's really interesting to me, is because I feel like PS Plus should be universally the same price all over the world. And if they do it towards the American dollar, like based on the American dollar, I'm fine with that, because that's the highest install base in the world is here in the United States of PS4 users. So if they're like, all right, it's $59.95 in the US, it needs to be $59.95 everywhere else in the world. And I'm okay with that. I think that that's fair, in my opinion. But they should base it on like whatever the exchange rate is. I don't know if it's difficult to do that, but I don't know. It's kind of weird, because so over here in in Europe, it's gone up considerably as well. So let's see, it's going to be $59.99 in the EU. But so in the EU, which is crazy, so it's $59.99. That's $70. That's $70 in the US. So it's a whole $10 and some change more in the EU, which I think is crap. That's BS. It shouldn't be more than it is here in the United States. I think that is bullshit. I don't know why the other countries are getting the shaft when it comes to that. It's not like they're getting more features and benefits in the EU or Australia. They're getting more or less the same exact benefits that I would be here in the United States for PS Plus, but they're paying more money for it. Doesn't make any sense for me. The only way I can logically see that it makes sense is like, okay, their server costs are more expensive in those countries because they don't have that huge install base, and so they're trying to offset it, and they're like, well, if we charge $10 more in the EU, if we charge $4 more in Australia, as far as like you're looking at it, based on US dollars, then maybe that's why. But I still think that is doesn't make sense at all. So I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that. Andrew said he thinks that the PS Plus is worth it. If people are willing to buy collector editions to games for $100 that only give you a statue, I'd take this since you get free games every month. I completely agree with you. And like this is where this whole like PS Plus price increase, because there's a lot of pissed off people. There's a lot of people in these countries that are like, what the crap? And really all they're doing is they're taking that price increase that the US got last year, and now these other countries are getting it now. But again, I will stress, I don't understand why they're getting more of a cost increase. Like, why is it not just the same everywhere? Because I completely agree with you. I think the PS Plus is an amazing value. If you break it down, like, it's that like sticker price shock where you go in and you're like, all right, I want to buy this couch or something, and this couch is $1,400, and you're like, oh my god, $1,400, that is so expensive. But then when you break it out and you're like, all right, let's just say I'm gonna have this couch for a minimum of 3 years. So you got this couch for 3 years, and it cost you $1,400. And let's see, 365 times 3, that's 1,095. So at the end of the day, that couch cost you like basically $1.27. $1.27 per day to sit on, watch your TV, do whatever you're gonna do. Get down to business time if you got a significant other on that couch. It costs you $1.27 a day to do that. Not really that bad. Same thing for the PS Plus. You initially are like, oh man, $69.95, $79.95, $59.95. That seems like a lot, but if you break it down, like in the US, it costs us 16 cents a day for the PS Plus. And if you just look at the free games for August, you get Just Cause 3, Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, and Downwell, all for free. Do I really care about all three of those games? Am I like super hyped? Like, was I going to go out and buy any of those games on their own? No, I was not. Every once in a while, the PS Plus or the Xbox games with gold, they'll put a game out where I'm like, ooh, I was gonna buy that and now I don't have to. That's so awesome. But if you just look at it, and I based this all on Amazon because I felt like everybody has Amazon pretty much all over the world. If you go and try to purchase Just Cause 3 on Amazon, it's $26.99. Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, I have no clue why the hell this game's still this expensive, but it's $14.99 on Amazon. And Downwell is $4.99 on Amazon. Oh, on the PS Store. So if you went to go buy that. So basically you're looking at, let's just say, right around probably 46 bucks. $46 for all three of those games that you're getting for free with the PS Plus. And I know it's not free technically because you're paying money, but 60 bucks for a year, and you just got $46 worth of free games based on how much they would cost you if you went to buy them on Amazon. I think that's a pretty good deal. Now, I will say I wish that they would make like a tier system. I wish that they had it where you could decide, like, I want to pay for just the online component, or I would just want to pay for like the online plus all like the deals, because they have amazing deals in the middle of the every time, like all throughout the year they have amazing and fantastic game deals for PS Plus members. So I feel like you have one tier where it's online only that you pay like maybe $3 a month. I think that's what Nintendo's going to charge us, is $3 a month to have their online multiplayer, which I still think is bullshit. I'm not going to sit here and say that I think that that's fair either. I think that you go on PC gaming and Steam doesn't charge you to play their online portions of their games. So I don't understand really why PlayStation and Xbox have gotten away with it. They've made their systems better over the years with this whole like sweetening the deal with the free games and all the fantastic digital only sales and stuff like that. So I do wish that there was a tier. One tier online only, and the other tier is the online multiplayer plus all the sweet deals and the free games that you get. And then I think that would be fantastic. I would like some choices, some opportunities. So, hey, what's going on, Arturo? I wish I spoke Spanish better. You just picked up Just Cause 3 for £5. That's a pretty good price. Yeah, it's not. And I say, like, I looked at Amazon just to try to get the fairest comparison, because I know that, you can go to GameStop and pick up Just Cause 3 for probably much cheaper than $26.99. Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry being $14.99 on Amazon, that's a little ridiculous. So it's not the best price comparison, but I just was trying to figure out, like, what's the fairest way to compare it, because, like, they're not on sale at all. What's their, like, non-sale price? And I wish Arturo, I wish I could see. I know it's something about July 31st. All of Mexico something. Let's see if I can translate that. Google Translate. I don't know. It's too many apparently there for me to be able to translate it. That's a scary image. That's really scary. Yeah, the Games Pass on Xbox, and noticed that a majority of the games there have been free with games in the gold in the past. Yeah, so that's also been kind of the talk about this is maybe with this price increase, I think this is grasping at straws. I don't think this is going to happen, but I do think that it would be cool is with these price increases, I really wish that they would either implement PS Now with the PlayStation Plus and just if you have PlayStation Plus, you get PlayStation Now. Because at this point, I hate PS Now. PS Now is straight up garbage. It is terrible. And I think Sony knows it and nobody uses PS Now. If you guys use PS Now in the chat, please let me know. I don't know anybody that's ever used that service. I think I've thought about doing it if I was to buy like some kind of Blu-ray player that includes it, like a Roku, and you get PS Now or something on your Roku. I might consider it then because I'd be like, well, I can just go in there and play like Uncharted 1, 2, or 3 on my PS Now and everything, and I don't have to lug my consoles around. That could be a cool thing. But the fact that Xbox, that is their biggest and best thing that they ever did was to make backwards compatible games on their Xbox. I think that is awesome. I love that. PlayStation, I wish they would take the same strategy. I hate the PS Now that I have to pay to play those old games. I'm not a big fan of that. If I bought them before on your console, maybe I'm spoiled, but I want to play them again on your next console. So yeah, PS Now is the one that lets you get the PS3 games. Yeah, that's what it does. It allows you to play the PS3 games really anywhere. You can play them on your PC and stuff now with PS Now. It's an interesting service. I just don't think it's really worked out well for Sony so far, and I think that they just need to change it up. So there you go. PS Plus price increase, fair or unfair? I kind of lean towards. I think it's a great service. I love all the deals. I love getting the free games that you get every month, even though some of them I never play. I just wish that they would have fair pricing across the board. I think that would be the easiest way to rectify this for Sony and maybe not get the bad will, like as if they just all had universal prices across the board. So, all right, so moving on. We got two little news stories left. The first one up is a game that I'm extremely excited about. I've never played a Monster Hunter game in my life, but I saw this at the at E3 2017, and this game came onto my radar, and I have been enamored with looking at every single thing for Monster Hunter ever since. So, to wrap up the PS Plus stuff, Board said maybe that's what the price increase is for on PS Plus. They're going to do an Xbox One Gold thing. I don't know. I mean, it would be great if they did. I would be excited if they did change it up and added PS Now. That would be cool. And I'm with you, Andrew. I'm so excited for this game. I haven't seen this trailer. This is all about the weapons that they're bringing to this game. And if this game hasn't been on your radar, I think you should maybe look into it a little bit more. I again, never played a Monster Hunter game in my life. Wasn't really familiar with the concept, but the more that I looked into it, the more excited that I got, and it just seems like it's going to be so much fun, like playing with your friends to bring down these gigantic monsters, and you got to work together and lay out traps and all kinds of cool stuff. I really wish that the Nintendo Switch would port over Monster Hunter XX that's coming out. It's coming out for the Nintendo Switch over in Japan, but it's not coming out here in the States. I wish that they would port that because I would love to have this for my PS4, and I would love to have Monster Hunter XX on my Switch. I think that would be great. So, man, I'm all about co-oping it. We love our co-op games here on Old Ass Casuals. If there's a co-op game that you want us to play, my moms and I, so if you're new to the channel, this channel was created, my mom and I, we love playing games together. We don't live in the same place, but so we love to play co-op games online with one another, and we stream them here on YouTube, Mixer, and Twitch. So yeah, if you've got a co-op game that you want to recommend to us, by all means, please recommend it to us. All right, so let's check this out. Monster Hunter World Light Weapons.
Welcome to the Monster Hunter World Light Weapon Series.
Oh man, I just want to see the monsters.
Sword and Shield.
Oh man, those things are sweet.
The Sword and Shield combo is an incredibly versatile and mobile weapon choice. Due to its nimble nature, you can still use healing items, traps, and your slinger whilst it's still drawn.
Oh, this guy looks badass.
Jewel Blades.
Is that
The
like
Jewel
a...
Blades can
oh my
overwhelm
gosh.
monsters with a flurry of
That
vicious
lizard
attacks.
leapt at
Activating
him? That
Demon
was
Mode
insane.
will unleash their true potential and bestow the ability to unleash a feral assault.
Oh. Yeah, that's the weapon. This is the weapon I want to go with. You far away versions of weapons. Long swords, staffs, bows. I'm all about those.
The longsword is a swift, agile weapon capable of lengthy.
It doesn't look very swift to me.
You can even raise your attack power by using a spirit blade and unleash this weapon's ultimate power.
I kind of wish it would have like chopped his head off. I know, is that bad of me? That it just would have just...
Light bowgun. The light bowgun is a long-ranged weapon that specializes in high mobility and rapid fire.
Wow.
Armed with powerful Wyvern Blast, this weapon is a tried and tested means of supporting your hunting party.
What? That is awesome. That was sweet. So that weapon right there,
your hunting
that reminds me of in Horizon Zero Dawn. I forget the name of the weapon whenever Aloy gets it, and it can trap the animals, and that is so much fun. That is such a badass weapon. I'm so happy that a game implemented that. Now, obviously, it doesn't look like this weapon's doing the exact same thing, because it looks like you just throw those down around the monster, and then they explode after a certain amount of time. That bow gun, oof, that looks awesome. These weapons are incredible. I really dig these weapons. I think that these they look fantastic. So, all right. What did you say, Andrew? Plus, you can get a pet AJ cat thing that helps you in Monster Hunter. That's pretty incredible. Wouldn't be I'm down with that. I love pets. We usually typically get dogs, and the dogs always die. So I don't want that. I don't want that to happen. Board, you're new. I've been following for a while. I just can't catch you on. Oh, appreciate you hanging out though, man. I'm glad you finally caught one of us on. Typically, we stream together, but I usually do the morning show by myself. So yeah, the rope caster. That's what it was called. Man, that weapon was so cool. Like, it was such a badass weapon. Really love the rope caster. All right, so I'm gonna leave you guys today with a very awkward story. Man stabbed 7 times during Magic the Gathering game. Yeah. Have you ever been that upset? Have you played a game? Maybe online, maybe in person, like couch co-op or couch versus. Like, I fondly remember being a young kid growing up and playing Mortal Kombat 2 against my friends, and going to the local arcade and playing fighting games against random people. But I never got so pissed off at somebody that I thought about stabbing them. Maybe punching them. I'm not going to say I haven't been above, like, getting a little bit upset where I was like, oh, this person's getting under my skin. They're talking shit about me while they're just beating the crap out of me. Maybe I should just slug them one. But apparently in Minnesota, these 2 dudes were playing Magic the Gathering. And this guy stabbed the other guy 7 times. 7 times in the face and neck. and also hit the dude with a rubber mallet. What? What? I just don't understand this. This guy's name is Elijah Dale Creech. Keep that name in your memory bank, guys. If you're ever in Minnesota and you ever get a hankering for playing Magic the Gathering, if you hear of Elijah Dale Creech in that vicinity playing the game, just leave. Just walk on out. You don't want to play with this dude. Apparently the guy has substantial injuries, but they're not thought to be life-threatening. Thank God. I don't know what this guy stabbed the dude with for it to not be life-threatening when he stabbed him 7 times in the face and the neck. But, yeah, I don't get it either, board. Super weird. Yeah, I get annoyed during games and blurt out stuff, but never actually followed through with it. Of course, we all do. No matter, you may not do it all the time, but there's always been a point in our lives when, we talk shit online. It's just a natural part of playing games, and it's a natural part of being introduced into online multiplayer when you have a mic and it's like it's open mic. It's not like where those, you got to be in a party system, but you're playing like Friday the 13th is a perfect example because anybody can say anything unless you mute them and it plays into your headphones. And there's people talking crap all the time on those games. And we've all done it. It's fun sometimes, You're playing a sports game, you're playing a fighting game, you're playing a shooting game, and you're just destroying the other team. You like to pat yourself on the back, but not stab them. Don't stab them in the back, guys. Just don't do that. So, yeah, I mean, Magic the Gathering is, it's interesting. Obviously, you're playing near one another. You're not playing online. You're in the same room with one another with Magic the Gathering. Those board games, you got to watch out apparently for the board game players because of people get a little bit testy apparently. So, I did not hear about that. Some guy killed his friend because he binged watched Walking Dead on Netflix? What? Dear God. That is insane, man. Well, this is always my favorite video. This is my favorite video of all time. I think I've played this numerous times, and I think this is the same video. Yeah, see this guy. He's joshing him. He's giving him shit. He's like, you suck, bro. This is my favorite. I love watching this. I could watch this over and over again. I never heard about that board. That's insane, though. People are crazy. Also, notice all the beer. I see Jaeger, all the liquor there. It's a lot of liquor these guys are drinking. It's coming. Just wait for it if you've never seen this. Just beating that TV up. Wow. See, I've never done that either. I've thrown a controller. I've broken a controller a time or two when I was younger. I don't break them anymore because once you get older and you have to pay for them yourself, which I paid for my stuff myself, but like it was with birthday money or Christmas money or stuff like that. So, I did have a job when I was younger as well, but when I was like 12 or 13, it was like Christmas money and birthday money that I was buying my games with. So, and I did throw a controller or two. Won't do it now because these things are expensive. These things are super expensive, so they don't get thrown anymore. I don't get that mad anymore when I play games. I try to have fun while I'm playing them. All right, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check out that binge watcher that killed his friend. That's insane. Who would do that? Even though my girlfriend gets really pissed at me if I watch like Game of Thrones without her, she gets really, really upset. Super upset. Like she's still upset to me like 3 years later after I watched the premiere like of season 4 without her, and she still like gives me crap about it. She's still upset to this day. So yeah, definitely a waste of TV. That dude would have been buying me a new TV. I did like how they laughed about it. They were just like, dang bro, you are crazy. But then I'm sure they marched his ass down to Best Buy and was like, buy us a new TV. Yeah, no, the poor TV didn't do anything. Yeah, self-control will save you money. No doubt about that, Brett. Self-control is a good thing. That is for sure. All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really appreciate everybody chiming in. I think we had some really good discussions today on GTA 6, the PS Plus. The PS Plus thing is like that's a huge conversation to me because I still I think it's a good value proposition, but I also can see it from other angles. Like, I don't remember the last time that I really played a PS Plus game that I got, because most of the time I either already own them or they're just not games that I'm very interested in. Rocket League being the #1 PS Plus game that I played religiously, but that's been a while. That's been since 2015. And I just haven't, there hasn't been a really good game since then like that for me that I haven't already owned. I mean, the games that come out are good. It's just, for me, I typically own them already. So, yep, I am already finished. I am done. But I may be back later on streaming some games. So if I'm back, I'm probably going to do some more Fortnite because I'm loving the crap out of that game. I think it's so much fun. Tomorrow is Telltale Tuesday for me. So I am going to be playing Batman. I've never beaten the first Telltale Batman game. So I'm going to be checking that out tomorrow since the game comes out next Tuesday. And this week is jam-packed with releases. So we're going to be talking about a lot of the new games that are coming out this week. Wednesday's got a game that I'm very excited about checking out called The Long Dark. And we're going to be talking about that on Video Games and Tea and stuff. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. And if you want to check out some gameplay stuff, me streaming later, I'll be doing it on Mixer only. So if you want to go to Mixer, follow us. It's just Old Ass Casuals on Mixer. So that's where I'll be streaming later on. So, all right. Take it easy, guys. Thanks, Board, again, for hanging out. Brett, Strike, Andrew, whoever else was in here, momentarily. I don't know. So you guys have a nice day. Bye.